Gangsta Mario. Super Gangsta Mario, even.
Super Gangsta Mario. I hate this.
While we're recording, can we hop into BBQs and just passively do them?
No.
I'm
I
EV
won't
trading.
be able to focus.
I'm shiny
trading.
hunting.
I'm on the Blueberry prologue grind. I'm supposed to stream in an hour, which I'll probably delay
that
it.
starts.
And I haven't. I forgot to put my team together. This is what happens when they let you register for the tournaments, like, during the tournament, which it's actually very convenient. It's very nice because I don't have to stress about missing it.
Yeah,
also,
you just reminded me I have to do that too.
Yeah.
So we got an hour, and then we record, and then we do that.
Yeah. Collab stream, Marcos?
Sure, I'll hop on. I guess.
You do not have to.
Yeah, Ash. Anything for you, Ash?
What the fuck do you mean? You fucking hate me.
You're sending very mixed signals, brother.
Yeah.
No, anything for you, Ash. Anything for you. Michael, can you believe this? Fucking.
Can you believe, guys? Christmas was a week away. We never mentioned anything about Christmas or the New Year, so
Because we're pagans.
and also
Yeah.
we recorded before then, and then uploaded like 10 days afterwards.
Yeah, I think all four of us got busy with like family holiday stuff.
Man, I got busy in different ways.
Yeah? How so? You want to share with the class?
Mucho sexo.
Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Not really.
on the Bingus cushion.
Yeah, on the Bingus. You've seen the Bingus cushion.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the biggest cushion. What? I want to see this.
He joins VC one day and he's like, "Look what I got at Secret Santa or some shit," and he's like,
I love Bingus.
I have the
Is it like a
Bingus
big
cushion
pillow?
and a big old cushion with Bingus on it. It's like, I'm just
And it says, just a boy who loves Bingus.
yeah, and
Yo.
and then he follows it up with, "I've had sex on that pillow," and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's
man.
just say
Why would you-
Let's just say the Bingus pillow has had teeth on it.
Why would you traumatize Bingus like that?
Bingus got kisses, bro.
Everybody knows you make your plushies face the wall during sex. It's only fair to them. You don't want to...
They have to face the harsh reality of it. This is what humans do, and what they
My
made for.
Pokedex of Pokemon plushies on my fucking bed. I'm looking over at them right now. I'm like, damn, I cannot have anyone in my room.
What's that one post? It's like, you better get the best head of your life, but you gotta learn all their names first.
We're opening up this episode great.
We're keeping this in. Fuck it, I'm down.
I want to see the Bingus pillow, though.
I don't know, I'll show you after we record. I'm sitting down now.
Fine.
And I've been doing an hour on the treadmill every day, 3.0 incline, or not 3.0, 12.0 incline,
Oh,
3
damn.
miles per hour. And then I hit my workout afterwards because I found
Yeah.
out that I need to do cardio every day or I get fat. And if I do my weightlifting first, I won't do cardio. But if I do my cardio first, I will do my weightlifting.
You've been looking nice, bro. Like, on some real, internally deep, emotionally vulnerable,
Kissing,
homie talk.
Mouth.
No, not kissing. Not
Tongue.
not mouth kissing. No.
holding hands in the
Yeah, on
club.
some holding hands in the club type shit. You've been looking nice, bro. I'm proud of you. I'm happy.
Kissing and shit.
You're at the moment. Yes. It's awesome.
Yeah, he won't let me have like a nice moment.
I'm emotionally unavailable. Talk to my people.
No.
Dude, no, real shit though. We're gonna look like beasts this summer. We
Oh, yeah.
both
I want to
look
look
around.
like the Fortnite lion skin.
Me too. The tiger. Me too.
No, the lion.
The lion,
You're
not
the
the
lion,
tiger.
I'm the
There are
tiger.
2 genders, and it's lion and tiger.
True.
Okay, so I'm lucky, right? Because I was naturally born with the build of that tiger. I
You're
just
hype
need to
with
work on the muscle.
I'm built with the
right
I'm
there.
built with the build of LT Gray. Manny Rivera, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, like the cartoon. That's real. That's real though.
I'm 5'2" and unapologetically Mexican.
Good. But did you know, like, Skeledirge, like, isn't actually... You're not allowed to like Skeledirge from Marcos.
No,
by the
I'm
way,
not.
if
I'm
you-
not allowed to like Skeledirge because I was born in the U.S.
This is
This shit was so
unfortunate.
stupid.
I can eat as much Mexican food as I want. I can hang out with my grandma as much as I want. I can like Dragon Ball as much as I want. I will never be a real Mexican, apparently.
Fucked up. I'll talk about, I won't try and take over the whole podcast with my brain rot, because we do have a whole, like, mini DLC that came out to talk about, and also Portland. But
Dragon Ball
I get
cool,
it.
though.
I get it. Within, like, it hasn't even been a year. Mid last year, I started watching Dragon Ball Abridged, and then I started watching the movies, and now I'm watching Kai, and it's like slowly like absorbing me. I'm fucked, man. This shit is like kind of good. I kind of get it now.
Dragon Ball haters will never make sense to me because it's like actively hating on just cool things. It's the the posts that are like, dudes will see this and think it and be like, hell
like,
yeah.
hell
it's
yeah.
It's like hell yeah.
Hell
of
yeah.
course. Goku is cool. You can't like he's the definition of cool.
He's the rule of cool as a character. And that's awesome. Cause I feel
I like Tien more.
no, you're real. We fucking
It's
love
just
Tien in
cool.
this house.
He's got a third eye, dude. Like
That's
they're
my
all
goat.
fucking cool.
There was a shot where his third eye like looked in the opposite direction when he was looking around. I was like, hey, that's neat. Anyway, I feel like when I was younger and I was first getting into anime, I was getting into it was mostly shonen stuff. And there are all these people saying, like it was all jokes poking fun at Dragon Ball, and it seemed like the show is only about fighting, and so it's not that interesting, and so people make fun of it because the writing's bad. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's a fair thing to say to a shonen. But I feel like what happened is people got way too into it and thought it was like peak writing, and it's not. It's a lot of rule of cool. If you're looking for like the most deep mind, numbing story, or like not mind numbing, but like mind blowing story ever, you're not gonna get it. But that doesn't make it bad. There's a lot of like.
Yeah. There's such a thing as digging too deep, I think, is what you're trying to say. Because, like, you're so right. Like, it's,
Yeah,
like,
then you have all these people saying it's like the best thing ever, and then so everyone who watches is like, no, this is just like
Well,
the
let's
most
be real.
basic shonen
It is
anime.
the best thing ever, but it's not like the best show ever.
Yeah, true.
It's just the best thing.
It's awesome.
And you're like, oh, this is so tropey shonen. The irony is that it was the first to do it.
Yeah.
It invented the tropes. And so I feel like it's hard to judge it like that. And then everybody comes on and hates on it super hard because you're like, no, it's garbage. It's so boring. Nothing happens in the
Grah.
plot. The writing's bad. And I'm like,
Grah.
and then I go watch it like, the writing's not that, it's actually kind of interesting. You put a little bit of lore. There's definite cause and effect to characters' actions. The way that people were talking about it, I thought it was like fight and then another fight. And then, no, there's like... There's plot lines. There's cause and effect. It's fucking crazy. There's character development. What? And I'm like, wait, this shit kind of good. I get it.
There's a reason why this shit got popular.
Yeah.
just because there's something else out there that, like, does everything it does better doesn't mean the thing that we're originally looking at is, like,
Yeah, no.
shit, you know what I mean?
And that thing that does everything it does better, that's right. Codename Kids Next Door.
So true. So true.
The character development in that shit, bro, is crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't even remember that show at all.
You don't remember number
if
one?
you
I
are
liked it, but I don't remember it.
if you're an anime hater, watch Namek Saga. Or if you're a Dragon Ball hater, watch Namek Saga, and then you will be a changed man, perhaps.
And if you're a One Piece hater, fine. It's not for you.
Yeah, literally, like, if you don't like... That's the other side note. If you don't like something, just say you don't like it and move on. There's been a lot of... What did this happen?
Oh, we're about to talk about Smogon.
No, I was going to
about-
talk about Fire Emblem Discourse with the fucking... Shout out to Plumber for making that photo, by the way. That shit's hilarious.
True. Route 1 memes.
Route 1 memes. There was, like, all this drama about... the new game that came out, Engage, was very not well written, and the previous one, Three Houses, was very focused on making a well written story. And so people were saying Engage bad because the story's bad. And then everyone's like, that's not how that works. And then it became a whole fucking fight. You can just not like something and without having to say my thing is better.
Literally.
Or just say my thing is better and then like that's the end of the set. People get
But my
so up
thing
in
is
arms. Yeah,
I
your
don't
thing's
like-
better. Sweet. Sick.
Let me
Nobody
keep it like
cares.
this.
Don't make
I don't
internet
like
discourse.
McDonald's because it makes my tummy hurt and gives me nightmares.
You know, you say that, but you eat a fuck ton of it, bro.
Hell no, I don't. You do.
But
I
don't
actively
eat
avoid eating
McDonald's
McDonald's
ever.
when I can. So here's the thing: I'm not going out of the way every day of my life to be like, I hate McDonald's. McDonald's fucking sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this other thing is better, and it's like, dude, why am I comparing them? In a vacuum, McDonald's sucks. I don't care about
You're in a
Chick-fil-A
vacuum.
or like Popeyes when I'm comparing these two things. Like I don't. It's
Yeah.
not necessary.
It's
Sure,
the,
there
it's,
is something better out there, but I don't like the thing to begin with, so I don't care what else
Yeah.
is out there.
it's the man. I don't like pancakes, so you hate waffles. Then that's not what
Literally.
I fucking said.
Literally.
That's a whole new sentence.
That's a whole new sentence you made up there.
You can like waffles a lot. Waffles can be your favorite thing ever, but if like pancakes are just meh to you, cool.
But yeah.
Doesn't matter.
The lesson of today is that if something you're like you don't like because of the fans, give it a try. It's probably all right, and the fans are probably cringe. This is the circumstance for many things, including Pokemon.
And many such things, many such cases.
Many such cases. Many such
Dude,
cases.
Especially on the internet, I feel like a lot of people live in hyperbole, where it's like either the most goat peak thing of all time ever cannot be topped, or like garbage tier shit like cannot
Yeah.
cannot do anything, sucks, should not be consumed, and it's like why?
That's what I've been
Like,
saying.
just let things exist. Let things exist, bro. Like what the fuck?
They gotta live like me. I'm so lukewarm on everything. My girlfriend hates it. She'll take me to her favorite pizza place, and I'll try it, and she'll be like, "What do you think?" And I'll go, "It's all right." She's like, "What? You don't like it?" I was like, "No, it's all right."
So
And then I have
there
to
are cons
explain-
to
yeah.
there are cons to this too. I feel like this is also living in hyperbole.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
it's
say.
just it's all right. You know, it's all right.
Yeah.
Life is a gradient,
Yeah.
and there are many different
Most things
you can
statistically
pick on
are
that
all
gradient
right.
from.
Yeah.
Also
It-
true. I do agree with that though.
The
The
Most
problem is
things
that
are just okay.
I default to saying good when I think something's like in the middle.
See, I
Glass
purposely
half
go
full,
with
glass
all
half
right
empty,
because I don't
literally.
want people to think that I like things. Like if I dislike, like if I don't feel strongly about something at all, I'll just go, it's all right. But if someone's like, hey man, you know, how's the pizza? And I think it's like not the best pizza ever, but I'll like keep eating it. I'm not gonna go, it's good. I'll go, it's all right. But people
Yeah.
for some reason mistake that as saying it's bad.
Yeah. That's just
Yeah.
how like words have new meaning. You ever walk up to someone and say, "How's your day been?" And they say, "Could be better." They're having the worst fucking day of their life. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
it's like that. It feels like.
Yeah. I feel like there's like this.
I had that conversation with my Portland
Let
opponent.
Baylynn
round
finish her
9.
thought. I'm blocking you with a bat.
No. Say what you're gonna say.
No.
It wasn't round 9. It was round 6. I had the conversation with my Portland opponent. We were both X and 1. And I was like, how's your day going? They went, could be better. And I was like, what? We're both X
You're
and
X
1.
one.
We're
Yeah,
at table 8. What do you mean could be better? Like I
They
almost
just
went
lose. They
off.
might have just lost.
I almost went off on them. Not really, but I was like definitely a little like louder. I was like, I asked the people next to us, I'm like, is X1 could be better? And they're like, technically it could be better, but I don't know why anyone would say it could be better.
I feel like there's an underlying, at least in terms of like the people I have either having like, it's got to be the most peak thing ever, or it's like dog shit. Is like, it's like trend of people being like overly cynical in the way that like, are like taking stuff too seriously in like, because they think it's like a cool thing to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I
People
don't
exaggerate
know.
a lot.
It's not even exaggeration. It's like it's funner. Like for them, unless it's like something that they like super enjoyed. It's like easier just to shit on stuff and be annoying and just like hate stuff for like pretty much no reason.
I'm about that
I
life.
think-
I'm a shitter male.
I think on the internet it makes like, okay, when I say it makes sense, I mean like this is probably where that comes from. Not like it makes sense to me as a thing you should do. No, it's just like where this probably comes from online is interaction farming type culture. You know what I mean? Where like
Yeah.
if
Who
by
would do
saying
such a thing?
if by saying either opposite side of the spectrum of an opinion that you hold, you are going to like naturally pull in the other side. So it's just like the most like, I think easiest way to pull in interaction, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see
I think
someone.
the best way to do it is like a normal fucking human would, like have good conversation and like, you know, acknowledge that they're. And here's the funniest thing: you will pull in more interaction if you aren't doing this hyperbole shit too, right? Like,
Yeah,
like
feel-
the first way works, but the second way works better, where you include everybody and not just polar opposites.
When someone disagrees, when I see someone who disagrees with me on the internet by like making like a post that is not involved in me in any way, shape, or form, I ignore it.
I feel like it's almost like a way to like remain like not show vulnerability in liking something almost. It's like
Maybe it's easier. Like hating feels more powerful than enjoying, which is wrong because
and
enjoying is awesome.
It's weird because like I'll see people like say shit and it's like you could have just like not said that. And in my brain, they're the type of people who like grew up watching like I Hate Everything and like commentary YouTubers.
Oh god, yeah.
It's like the people
Well, but
who
that's
like
because-
actively
yeah.
like I'm gonna be cynical and I'm gonna be miserable to be around because I'm just gonna constantly spout about how much I hate Scarlet and Violet because I think that's a personality trait that I hold.
I want to talk
I'm-
about how much I
I-
like Scarlet and
I
Violet once we
think-
finish this.
I think the single worst username I can like imagine in my mind, the worst fathomable username where you know you don't want to talk to that person is like I disagree from @thegamingcynic. I think I want to punch them in the mouth.
If you
Yeah.
got cynic in
Cynic
your name, yeah,
cynic
I
in your
automatically
name.
don't really want to talk to you.
Gaming cynic sounds. If you have cynic or cynical anywhere in your name, this goes. The exception is for cynical reviews. You're my goat. If you have it anywhere in your name, you are automatically in that tier of people that you know pretends to like whiskey.
What?
It's an aesthetic. You pretend to like whiskey, and you sit in your chair with a cigar in one hand and whiskey in the other, and
Oh,
you go,
that I get.
I
it.
find this movie shallow and pedantic.
It's like yeah, people that are just like over hypercritical of shit is like annoying as hell. It's like
There's a time and place for everything. And
Hypercritical.
sometimes being hypercritical at all times, there's not a time and place for that. That wasn't
Dude.
the time.
dude,
Did you drink too much gamer subs?
okay, so
That might be the time.
oh, it's so
Hypercritical.
frustrating because like I'll be sitting in like call and like we'll be watching Dragon Ball or something, and then there'll
This one's about me.
people who come in. You are one of the people who have done this. So come in and it's just so unneeded. It's just you don't need to say anything. You just have to sit there and watch the goddamn fucking show, and they'll be
In my
like,
defense, it was before Dragon Ball even started. I was just talking about Dragon Ball.
yeah, and then like, and then
The reason we got annoyed is because there have been many such cases.
yeah, and then like we have another
Not
friend
just
who
you.
just finished a game called Signalis, and she likes the game. She enjoyed the game a lot. The first thing that she did was just go on about everything negative about the game, and it's just so frustrating. It's just like, what is wrong with people? Please, like, you can talk about stuff positively. You're allowed to do that. And like I
I don't know. I feel you. I've never been a nitpicky person, so I'd never get when people do that. But it's just how people. It's just how people be. You just gotta deal.
The monkeys did nothing wrong. I like the Unnervan monkeys. They're
I
cool.
like the Unovan monkeys too.
Nah,
Normalize
I hope
loving
those
the Unovan
motherfuckers
monkeys.
jump on a bed.
I
So, okay, one of my
Pokemon
friends posted the
monkey
funniest shit. She was like, the Pokemon Concierge show that just came out is like a psyop to get people to like the
Good.
monkeys.
Yeah.
'Cause what the
Good.
fuck? When did they start getting content? I was like, that's
Good.
hilarious.
I
good.
believe it. I believe it.
I'm so glad that they were featured because they were adorable. I need to watch that, by the way. It looks really
I still
cute.
don't like them. I disliked them before the memes. I just didn't like them.
I always liked them, so when I saw the memes, I was confused. Like, this was just like, it was like a second starter. I kept my my Simisear with me the whole playthrough.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't like it because I saw it and I was like, wow, it's like another starter. So I grabbed it and I went, who the fuck do you think you are?
That's crazy to me, especially coming from you because you love monkeys, bro. You
Yeah.
love monkeys.
These guys? Fraud.
Fraudulent monkeys? That's
Dude,
crazy.
they're in the same tier as Monkey Dory for me. Monkey Dory and
Damn.
the Unova monkeys, garbage tier monkeys.
Okay, I get it
Yeah.
immediately, actually, because Monkey Dory is also not one of my
Well,
favorites.
I love Monkey Dory. He's so goofy. That's why I like
He's
him.
a rat bastard.
That's why he's
Get
awesome.
me out.
I love rat bastards.
We're back
give
again.
me-
We're in the fucking being critical dungeon. Leave me alone.
Critical of
Gives
things,
me
just not
Luigi
hypercritical.
He gives me Luigi energy.
Good. Luigi's awesome.
Disliking things, base.
I
As
like
long as
when
you
he-
talk about it, a healthy amount.
When he faints, he makes a little. He like trips. He has an animation where he trips and falls on his face, and it's really silly.
Dislike
He does
in
2 hops
silence,
forward, falls on his face.
I don't
cute.
wish to hear it.
Yes. Anyway,
There's,
I like
like-
Pecharunt.
Pecharunt is pretty cool. He's a cool little
Pecharunt
guy.
is cool. That I think that's a top tier design. There we go. I've been positive about
He
something.
positive quota.
Now can I talk about the Unova monkeys?
Yippee!
No.
No. You be
See, I
quiet.
think people try to justify shit with like, oh, I can be negative right now because I can be positive right after, or vice versa. I can be positive right now and negative
called a
right after.
sandwich.
It's like no,
Yeah.
dog. It's more about the time and the place. Was it now? It wasn't meant to be now.
I think
I
now is a
think-
good time to be negative about the Unova monkeys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's ever a bad time. Unless you're talking to like James Turner or whoever designed them, I think you can be negative about the Unova monkeys.
I
I'm
think a bad
rapidly
time-
approaching your location.
Not to
Very
I think a
me.
quickly.
bad time would be when 3 people in call tell you that they like this thing, and you're like, well, actually, I don't like it. It's like, okay, great, big thumbs up guy emoji. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Thumbs up guy.
like,
The big
yeah,
thumbs
I
up
actually-
guy.
I
I've been
love the
thinking
big
about
thumbs
that
up
guy a
guy.
lot.
That guy
I've been
is
doing
me
that in
often.
call too. I'll turn my camera on just to put my thumb in the camera and be like, "Cool, thumbs up."
Shout out
It's
to
just
big
like-
thumbs up guy.
I can
You are
hate
valid in
harder
your
th-
feelings. You can.
I can
you
hate harder than anyone can love. No one knows my power.
I think that anybody.
That's edgy shit you've ever said to me.
But
hope
it's
you-
true.
I
I
hope-
believe you, but that's edgy.
I hope you learn to love Marcos.
I got
think-
hockey, but it's all hate.
I think for the most part, hating when it comes to like media properties and just like stuff like that, like stuff that ultimately just doesn't matter, is ultra
Yeah,
cringe, and the only thing that
very
you should really
harmless
be hating
things,
is the action,
yeah.
the actions of other people that actually, you know, are like worth hating. I don't know.
Nah, I'm right, you're wrong.
Anyway, how about that DLC, guys?
Yeah,
That's pretty
so
cool.
it's pretty cool. I like how the entire DLC felt like, you know, when you like introduce like one friend that you met, like it's literally that. It's like you're introducing like one friend to a group of other friends, and it's like weird. Like that's how I felt like playing the DLC. I felt like
I made a
weird.
friend.
It's like I made this friend over in another country. Hey, you want to be friends with my other friends? And it's like weird, and you have to deal with Nimona, and she's like, you want to battle?
Yeah.
And it's like you always have that one friend who's like saying cock and balls in BC chat, and it's like almost
My
as-
favorite line from the DLC was "Welcome to the Nimona Survivors Club," and I think that's hilarious that they all accept that Nimona's insane and Nimona does not care. She's real for that.
Nimona doesn't care, but they also they kind of like Nimona for that. But also,
Yeah, Nimona's
but-
got big thog energy.
but-
Fuck,
but
don't care.
But in the moment, it's like, oh, Nimona. But like, Nimona's chill.
This
We
is
love
like
Nimona.
you and Michael. It feels like
It's just like
Which one?
Nimona
Who's who?
is Nimona
Am I
is
Nimona? Because that's hilarious.
no, no.
you are you are
Marcus
you
is-
are Baylyn's
Marcus is
Nimona.
No,
I like
Marcus
that.
is
No,
Nimona.
Marcos is Nimona.
I'm Penny.
we both slip into that though.
I'm a
I'm-
whole different person if you meet me in person. It's different. It's
I'm
scary.
He
buys Adidas. And Michael is Arvin, because Penny is Arvin's like biggest hater. Do you see the side eye that like she gave him
That is
when
funny.
when
That shit
when
is so funny.
Penny
Arvin's
gave
like,
Arvin the
I am,
homophobic side eye. I didn't know she could do that.
like for a trans woman, I think it's like kind of weird to give the homophobic side eye.
Penny, are you
can pull it
homophobic? I'm trans. She's dodging the question.
She's dodging
She
the
is.
question.
She is dodging the question. It's possible.
Every Penny interaction that I've seen so far has been hilarious to me. I saw Kieran and Penny start talking, and it was like the most like I wasn't even in the room and I cringed. You know what I mean? I was like,
yeah.
damn,
I-
social interaction.
Pokemon writing's getting better because I have met each and every one of the rivals we've had this gen, like in real life, and I love that.
Yeah.
I have interacted with people who act just like this, and I think that's great because it makes the story feel more plausible. Like what do you mean?
You met someone who acts like Kieran. Ew.
Yeah, when I was 12, because Kieran's
okay,
12
that's
and
fine.
acts like a 12-year-old.
That's fine.
If I met someone who acted like Kieran, who was like an adult, I'd be worried for them.
Oh no, we have plenty of those at our local scene. Don't worry.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, there's always
you gotta show me to them.
No, I'm scared of you.
Marcos will bully
some
12-year-olds.
Unholy acts, yeah, as a chance.
I will literally do the ex-champion thing to them.
You gonna make them hit the chicken dance afterwards?
Yeah.
That video of you doing
know
a little
what?
dancey
My character,
dance?
it's Pecharunt.
Pecharunt is awesome. I love Pecharunt. I wish we got more explanation as to why it decided.
There's no reason.
It's no reason.
It's just its nature. It's a goon.
He's a little guy and he controls the monkey and the bird and the doggy.
You see, Pecharunt has goons. He creates goons. He's a gooner.
He's a gooner. Pecharunt is a gooner.
The gooner, in fact.
You know, let me name it Gooner real quick.
Pokemon Tio tapping your shoulder. Excuse me.
Excuse
It's not
me.
legal in VGC.
You cannot name your Iron Hands that.
That shit was so funny. I think Pecharunt's weird because it feels like the most VGC plausible mythical, but also I don't want it to happen.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, it's
happen.
not. But here's
I mean, it will, and then people be. All right, this is a little unrelated. We'll get off the topic in like 2 seconds here.
You're good.
Holy shit, is it annoying having to discuss Sword and Shield VGC formats that only existed because we didn't have an official circuit?
Yeah.
It is so frustrating. People are like, well, Mythicals have been VGC legal before. No, they haven't. Nope, they've never been allowed in a single tournament.
Yeah, it was the mythical tournament was not tournament but format was really funny because it was just to fill time between Scarlet and Violet coming out, and it was hilarious. They were like, "Go him, go crazy, use Trick Room Victini. You know what? Use Magirna. We don't care anymore." And I'm like,
why would they ever make Magirna legal? Why?
It was so funny though. I like to have like a fuck off style turn. That's what Ultra Series felt like, where they're just like, go ham, it doesn't matter. But Ultra Series was competitive.
Fuck out the way.
If there ever was it, now I agree with what you're saying that they are not going to be legal, but if there ever was a time that they decided to be like, you know what, this is the first time in history that we're going to be like, we're now allowing mythicals into VGC. It, like, okay, could meaning I don't think so, but
in the magical event that it does,
it's possible that this is what the world's format is, and that it introduces Pecharunt or something.
I really hope not, but
I also hope not, because 50% chance to confuse Intoxic in the same 100 base power stab move. What
No. Its stab move only has a chance to toxic poison. It's ability. No, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah,
my brain lagged.
You're good. But the question that I mainly want to pose is, the fuck is the world's format? You know what I mean? Because, like,
I'm concerned they're gonna add restricteds.
I'm really worried about. I don't want it to happen. Concern. I don't want it to happen because they've already like the next regulation for Reg F, they already stated like I don't think it's. Unless they make it an extension and they just call it Reg F as like a separation, or maybe they add, like, I think Baylynn mentioned like it would be neat if they added the legendaries, like how we were talking about that one time, like they might introduce, like how they introduced Palkia and Dialga, they might introduce like the Tapus or Yveltal and Xerneas through a raid event.
Like raids, yeah.
Maybe they would introduce like just the Tapus or I don't think we're missing any small legendary trios, but you know, whatever's missing at this point. Into the game.
Imagine
that way,
if the Tapus came back, I would cream.
I would be so excited. Like that, and that would make for a really interesting format, right? I really love Reg E so far. I haven't played a lot of it, but what I have played, I've just
Reg F is goated. We're in F right now.
We're in F? Never mind. In Reg G, which is what's next. Oh god, sorry, I'm like melting.
Time's passing by faster than you can fathom. You shall be dust soon.
Oh my
anyway.
god.
It's the TN like Master Roshi fight in Dragon Ball, and it's like push, fuck.
Yeah, that video is what's going on in my brain right now. I like this regulation, is what I'm trying to say. I like it a lot, because I've only used rentals so far, and one, Rabska being viable barely, I love, and it's very funny to me. And I don't know, I'm a big balance enjoyer. I'm a balance Brian. I love balance.
Let's go!
So
balance! Fuck yeah!
What's crazy, though, is that Portland was what felt like a lot of hyper offense.
Yuck!
Which I did not expect.
H.O. Ew!
Ew!
Farigiraf.
Ew!
Right.
Yeah, Farigiraf not showing up was really strange, and a lot of people, like, calling it a fraud. No, I think, like, a lot of people didn't bring Farigiraf, I think, was the problem, because they didn't expect it to be
And
so
the guy
hyper
who did
offense
got
priority.
robbed round 9.
Yeah, you got
I'm
robbed.
right there
You got
with
robbed.
you. Because
Not
like,
really, I just had an unwinnable matchup. That's not a robbery.
Yeah.
Farigiraf has been my 100% MVP currently in Regf. Regf has been honestly probably the second most fun I've had playing PGC and Scarlet and Violet.
It's really good. It's a very solid format.
It's a lot
Farigiraf
of
is
fun.
very much a farming bad players Pokemon, but it's like it's necessary in a tournament to have a mode like that. Like a lot of my tournament run in Portland was bring Farigiraf, they don't have an answer, I win.
Yeah, because no one prepared for it, and I think that a lot of people didn't bring Farigiraf, and that's why there weren't many in cut, because I don't think like I at least didn't expect there to be so much, Shenpao Dragonite kind of stuff, right?
It's
Or
the D-Knight that caught me
Dondozo,
off
right?
guard.
Yeah. The other thing was that I saw people calling Farigiraf a fraud because there weren't any on top 8, and I also saw people saying fraud Incineroar because there wasn't any. And I'm sure it was content farming, especially the Incineroar one was content farming.
And
But really,
there was 2 in top 4.
there were 2 in top 4.
There just weren't any in finals.
Just because we don't have Sun and Moon usage percentages of Incineroar does not mean it's a bad Pokemon. It's okay.
Also,
guys. We can.
it's the start of the format. People are
also-
getting used to newer tools as opposed to
also
Incineroar, which has been doing the same thing for the past, 15 years.
If we
It's
went
also
off of the
48%
first
usage
tournament,
on ladder, so like it's
Yeah.
if we went off the first tournament and expected that to be true for everything, Urshifu would have been dead in the water, Reg E.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It won the first tournament, but there was only 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like 2. There was 2 in like top 8, I'm pretty
Same
sure.
thing how people thought that Ogerpon was going to die out, but I still think Ogerpon's really viable.
Yeah, it's good into Lando Eye. If Lando Eye exists, Ogerpon's good.
Yeah.
Ogerpon is like a metagame staple currently. Ogerpon Wellspring is
Waterpon, my
18
beloved. That's my bestie.
18% usage above Qianpao right now, which is insane.
I think
Shenpao is pretty fraudulent. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's just not correct.
that's not
I used to agree with you. I used to be confused why Stellar Terror was good, and then I saw how it was able to perform, and I get it now.
Now, Stellar Terra has some contention to it. There are
Yeah.
people that think it's
I still
like
think
great. There's people that think it's like it doesn't make sense. I don't
was-
really. Qianpao doesn't need its Terra to be Qianpao.
I was
Yeah.
talking to all of the. I was getting drinks with the Tub Takes guys and doing karaoke.
That's how.
They don't
and-
like Stellar. They don't like.
Yeah,
Stellar
no, they all hate Stellar too. We're on the same page with them.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it does come down to, do you want a defensive Terror, or do you want an offensive Terror? That's literally it. If you
Flips
have
through history book. No. Oh yeah, defensive.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I get it. Focus Sash guy with 3 boosted, or 3 stab moves essentially, 2 that are adaptability basically. Like that's fucking terrifying. But then you get extreme speeded and you die. And it's fair because a lot of people didn't expect all the priority. But we have another giraffe, so I like our new giraffe with electric sucker punch.
I welcome our giraffe overlord.
Our giraffe, double giraffe
double
goes
neck.
crazy. Double
Double
neck.
It's a
neck.
dinosaur,
Easy.
but yeah. I
Trick
don't like people
remote
call
the
it a giraffe because
long
it's just
way.
straight up a stegosaurus.
Trick remote the long way.
You've called it a
Long
Stegosaurus
way.
twice, and now
Long way.
I'm concerned that you're not joking that you think that this thing is a Stegosaurus.
No, it's a Bronchiosaurus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They call it a
Yeah,
stegosaurus.
you got there
to
on the
mess
third
with
one.
people.
You said it
I
twice, and
say
I was like,
stegosaurus
damn,
to
wait a
mess with
minute.
people. I want people to call me out on it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was like,
quick note. shout out to everybody who recognized the Falsifighters music in our raid video that we did on Marcos's channel, your real ones. I'm running for the Blueberry Prologue. I'm running all of the dinosaurs plus Terapagos, and they're all 4 of those are named after Falsifighters guys.
So hype.
Duna, my beloved.
Is your walking wake Duna?
Yeah.
Hype. I love that. That's what I called mine.
Real. We love Duna in this house. Saichen is my Gouging Fire, Perso is my Raging Bolt, and Chelon is my Terapagos for any Fossil Fighters fans. I don't think we have any Fossil Fighter fan listeners, but I'll say it anyway. Good.
Fossil Fighters goated. The fan is right here. I'm right here.
Thank you. I'm saying
I didn't
for
know
you,
Nintendo
Michael.
DS. I was too poor.
No, that's valid. You didn't... Oh, do you have siblings, actually? I don't think I know
2.
this. Okay, I had to deal with we had our one DSi, and the whole family had to share it, and so my sibling would bug me all the time to play something, and I had to hide my DS and play under the pillow, play Mario Kart Balloon Battle in the middle of the night.
You're hype with it. To double back, I do want to bring up something interesting that I just learned about Fariggraph, like just right now.
Oh, nice.
Because it was a topic.
Yeah.
Briefly. I don't know what its usage stats looked like in previous formats at the beginning of regulations, but I don't think they were ever that high. But towards the end, they were. You know what I mean? So, like, look at the Worlds format that we had. I think that was Reg D?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or D. I think it might have been D. Shit was not being used, and then it started getting used a lot. Same goes for Reg E. Same goes for, I think, currently Reg F. That guy will forever start not used and then start being like, oh, everybody running priority spam?
He's beating the power creep. He's beating the power creep, and I think that's really cool. And then they give it an extra buff and giving it expanding force, which I still think that Psyshock is its best option. But if Psy spam becomes common enough, expanding force will be a great option.
Psy spam is decently used. Indeed, he has its highest usage stat that it's ever had, I think, right now.
Good for her.
Chilling at a whopping... oh, wait, maybe not. Where the fuck is Indeed?
Uh-oh.
DD male is at 76% usage. Okay, wow, 0.76.
Yeah, I was gonna say 76. Goddamn.
Okay,
this is the longest we've ever stayed on topic for Pokemon. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Indeed, I think it's important because this regulation's hype and should be talked about.
Yeah, it's because we finally had a good format.
Literally. But Indeed is sitting next to Amoonguss right now.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean?
That's
so like
pretty
good. You know that's crazy. We're at 12% usage.
Yeah.
2 slots under Chenpao. Like, and if Chenpao is good, and like notably, like you're going to fight like maybe like 6 Chenpaos at a tournament.
Yeah.
If you go to one, so like, Indeed being near that is an indicator that Psy spam is, it's being used a lot.
Yeah, I think that's neat. I might pick up Psy spam again if I'm being honest, because I played it when it was very early on. It was very cheap, and I felt very cheap playing it, but I also felt like I'm going crazy with it. I got spread move. I think it's neat. I really want to play. I like Psy spam.
With the like distribution of expanding force being increased in this DLC, I think Psy spam has like a lot of room for like growth and like development, and like this could be a very oppressive archetype.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's very fun because I'm a balance gamer. I play Psy spam like balance. I want to maneuver around and get into a situation where I can just explode you. And what's great about Psy spam is you don't really need to click any setup moves. You just only need a position. There's one less step to it. And that's very nice. And well, you used to have to click Trick Room, and then we got the GOAT. And now you don't have to click Trick Room anymore. Marcos, I may just be coping, but I legitimately think your Rapska team could be viable in a tournament. It's not just a best of one ladder cheese.
It's hard Trick Room. Of course, it's tournament viable.
Yeah. Well, it's hard Trick Room, but with a really good fast mode. Like, it's a fast mode that can function within the Trick Room.
That's the thing with my teams. If you ever look at all of my teams, it's like I can't play one mode. I am not a I am not a one-trick pony on my
No, you're
teams.
real.
It has to have 2
Hard to agree.
modes, otherwise I hate playing the game.
My problem is that I very, very much prefer playing 2 modes, but I'm really bad at building them. So thank you for letting me steal your teams.
I think this is why I'm enjoying Reg F so much, is because it does feel like the return of modes. Because when it's like offense spam, it's just, there isn't modes. It's like, what 205 base speed Pokemon did you bring? What 205 base speed Pokemon
and then
did
it's
they bring? 'Cause
purely
your speed there is
positioning.
GG.
No setup.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, that was fun. And I think Ogerpon Water being as used as it is facilitating that, because, like, its speed tier is good enough to be its own fast mode. When coupled with like another fast guy, right? And so with those 2 alone, Ogerpon plus 1 fast guy, because there's a plethora of fast guys in this format, whether it be Fluttermane, Shenpao, anything like that, a Scarf Pokemon. Naturally wanting a fire type with the grass water type, most of the fire types are slow. I think the fastest one being like Entei. You know what I mean? That's currently used.
Sorry, I just have to complain. I set up 2 combines with my booster energy roaring raging bolt, and I just got dragon tailed by an Archaladon.
It's tough.
That's kind of funny.
Archaladon's another one, right? Where that like
I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna be real. I think Archaladon's fraudulent.
No.
I think he's also got room to grow. I think he's also like this is the beginning of the format. This guy has a deep move pool. This guy can fit on multiple things.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
When the format
well.
started, or even before the format started, I think I was looking at Archaladon. I was like, this Pokemon seems like not that great, because it's Duraludon with better stats, but Duraludon was never that crazy to begin with, right? So it felt weird. And then I started seeing people use it, and I'm like, this shit's kind of crazy. You put an AV on it, it's got such a good defensive typing, it gets stamina. Stalwart's also a great option if we start going into a more balanced meta with a lot of follow me. Like, the coverage that it gets, the ability to Terra out of its few weaknesses, like, it feels very good, and it's just a cannon. But then you can get enough defenses with its ability that it feels very like it's a guy who sits on the field and does 85% to everything. That feels very nice. And then I look at Portland and I don't see a single one, and I think that's because it's bad into hyper offense, because you're not taking a hit to get a stamina boost, you just die with a helping hand, whatever. So I feel like it's, and then I loop back to, oh no, it's not that good, right? But I feel like what Michael said, like, I don't think it's fraudulent. I think he needs to learn how to exist. Once we get that golden EV spread like we did with Waterpon or Incineroar or any other Pokemon, like, I think it's going to be really good.
I think it's less even about the EV spread, more about like the environment of what the metagame looks like, right? Like, because like you said, I don't think he's that great into offense, but I also don't think offense has a very long shelf life. A lot of the shout out to Tub Takes. I feel like we don't talk about them enough on this podcast, but like,
we don't need to. They're better than us.
I mean, in most regards, yes, but they also agree that their offense team that they build does not have a very long shelf life, right? So it's like, it makes sense that the first tournament of a format offense is winning. That's just Pokemon. I feel like Pokemon will always have that as a concept, where like, in a new environment, what is the best way to succeed? It's to play as little turns as possible.
I completely
agree. To minimize
agree.
the margin of error.
And a lot of the teams had no new Pokemon, so I feel like the beginning of a format is one or two things. It's either everybody's going to try everything new and go crazy with it and have teams full of all new Pokemon just to see what's up. Or you're going to go with your team from the previous regulation, see how it holds up, and then adjust from there. And I think people went with option number 2.
Joe literally did that.
Yeah.
Joe literally did that.
Literally.
When he was running the Riley Factory team, and he fucking like top 8 or something.
Yeah,
like that. Like,
because it works, because you're comfortable with it. You're scouting out the new meta while being comfortable with how you're playing, rather than trying new stuff while also trying to learn the new meta. That can get too confusing.
Right, and so my take with Archaladon is that I think when the metagame starts to slow down, and which it inevitably does, most regulations that we've had in Scarlet and Violet just do that, where they get like not slow bulky to the point that like maybe Reg D or B was, where it was like, but where Perish Song was viable enough to be, because we have Urshifu in the game, so like nothing there is a limit to how slow this game can go. But any amount of it being slower, Archaladon will thrive because it's bulky and has set up in the form of a damaging move.
Do you know what I think is actually like my hottest take about Archaladon right now?
Oh god,
What's up?
Electroshot's a trap.
I agree.
Maybe,
honestly.
yeah.
I think that
I can agree with that too.
legitimately, like a standard
arm
AV
defense?
set. No, just standard AV with a Rillaboom next to it, and like body press and like some offensive options and snarl. Like that's all
Snarl.
you need to get this guy going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
If you got leftovers on it, healing 24 back a turn with leftovers turning
yeah.
protect is like crazy.
if the team is built for rain, and you know, if we get like, maybe in a restricted format with Kyogre or something, where we have rain setters who do more than set rain and be support, like I could definitely see it running Electroshot. But right now it feels, I don't know. It doesn't have as much oomph because it's not stab. Something like Meteor Beam off a Nihilego or even Glamora, like we saw at Portland, hits because it's already stab. If you want to run Electroshot, it's a lot of damage. You're getting the boost, but it's just not enough to go over those OHKO benchmarks that you need it to. And so
Yeah.
you just kind of end up like not doing enough. You got your boost, which is great. Well, that's the thing. Like, you get a boost. It's a great pro to, you know, you don't kill it. Oh, well, I got a boost anyway. But it's not as good as killing. Shout out to Glamora, by the way. Seeing Dozo Glim made me very happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need to talk about
I think
power of
that's-
Gomorrah.
That's
Yeah.
another archetype that I think is like really good at the start of a format. Dondozo, you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
everyone's like, I have to build the
Dondozo,
strongest balance team.
Dondozo follows a life cycle.
That's
It's
your-
always it does well at the
Yeah.
first tournament, and then it does dog at the rest.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I have hope for Glamora, honestly.
Power does give it another like layer to it that's really scary.
AV Glamora was my favorite way to run it, like over Sash even, because I had enough defense that I was living things, but also I was strong enough to like kill things in one hit. Like the stab power gem, the stab like rock and poison, at least at the time that I was using it, I think in C, or maybe maybe
B.
B. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly. But when I was using it, it was just like you know, Sludge Bomb does a bunch to random things, you know, random grass types. It just felt very good, you know, especially when Terra Grass was such a common defensive Terra for Amoonguss. You could bait that and then, you know, Sludge Bomb and they're dead. Glamora is like the most well-rounded Pokemon that I've been able to use this format, and I like it a lot. So I'm wondering if without the AV, without the Sash, can you build it bulky enough for it to, you know, be able to actually get its Meteor Beam off? And, you know, yes, you can.
You don't even need to. You just run max. That's what most of the meter beams are because you want it to
Really?
go down.
yeah.
Yeah, the point is for it to go down.
To go down to get momentum,
Oh.
T-Spike, and also you're fast enough to where you can get these meteor beams off before most Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what is
so
Glamora's
I have
base speed?
I have to review a little bit of sauce.
I would love to have sauce.
Me and who was it? I think it was me and Alex Arand.
Oh, base 83.
We were
86.
building a don't be mad, okay?
I won't
I'm
be
gonna say
mad.
something.
It's
Don't be
okay.
mad. So we were building a Glamora Wo-Chen team.
Are you mad at yourself?
No, because this team's offensive as hell.
No, I love that.
Okay, good, good.
Wo-Chen is best on offensive teams. Same thing with Tinglu.
Yeah, so it's just offensive like Glamora standard stuff, but we also have Landorus Eye and not Terra. We have a Speed Booster, Icy Wind, Flutter to make sure you always get to go for that move with the Glamora.
I like this. I like this a lot because Lando Flutter also just
Is good.
forever going to be good.
Yeah,
but
low-key, I
Flutterman,
think-
you have given me trauma of Flutterman Glamora lead, bro. Like,
Oh, because you could not crack me with that.
I can't beat that. Yeah, you with that lead, I will always lose.
Yeah, no, it was good. As someone who that was part of my Desoglim team, it's just good.
Yeah, and so like if those three mons don't have the best matchup into like Chimpao stuff with a lot of physical
Your
attackers stacking
Chimpao
onto each
stuff.
other. Yeah, I've been running Chimpao stuff. A Wo-Chen makes sense. I low-key don't really feel like playing a Wo-Chen if I'm running a Chimpao team.
Yeah, so
did.
what does the Wo-Chen do? Is it just its usual Leech Seed, Ruination?
It's meant to make sure everything else lives. Things,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
But
is that-
also, if you need to play like an endgame, it all right. So like Glamora, like it's a very offensive team. It had sorry, I'm dying.
No, cut that shit out.
It has a very positive matchup into Dondozo specifically. It's like a patch for that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because, like, what does Dondozo do?
No. In Milwaukee, I was running Wochian with you, and like every Dondozo team I fought, I was like, "Fuck yeah, free matchup."
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? About the format in general. The amount of Pokemon that are doing well right now are really good at weaponizing the switch. Like, if you could switch out and have an ability activate, that feels like something that's really important right now. And the Ruination abilities are like no exception to that. Like.
Yeah.
Tablets of Ruin, Sword of Ruin, Beads of Ruin. Tinglu kind of fell off, but like I have a friend that's gonna run Tinglu at an event, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It makes sense because that ability is goated.
Yeah.
Like, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Chien-Pao.
With how physical the meta is right now, like Wo-Chien, I can see Wo-Chien doing pretty
like
pretty
all
good
of these
guy.
Pokemon. Farigiraf is like one of the most important. Indeedee as well with terrain.
I think
Yeah.
Terra
All of these
Water
Pokemon-
Wo-Chien specifically is like crazy right now if you put it on the right team.
Yeah, all of these Pokemon have in common that, like, when switched in or switched out, they do something. And that's, like, very valuable. Because if you don't have Pokemon that do that right now, especially if the switch mechanic doesn't decrease damage for you, you will get run over by offense. That's why offense does well at the beginning of a format, because like
you lead
if
wrong,
you're not
and
packing
you
a
don't,
lot of that.
Yeah, if you lead wrong and you don't have any way to slow them down, they will just keep going.
Yeah, literally. And that's D-Knight Chien-Pao's special, right? Like that's its whole thing.
Which is really interesting because everyone calling, Farigiraf is garbage.
It's like, are you sure about that? Because it does well into everything right now.
Yeah. I mean, or maybe it didn't show up because it did bad into what we think it does good in. Who knows?
I mean, Tornadus is currently sitting at 5th most usage at 27%. So, like, Farigiraf is just good because of that. Because if you're a Tornadus player and you're looking at the Farigiraf on the other side of the field, it's like, damn, I don't want to click any of my moves. Half of them I can't click.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very excited to see what continues, because I think one of my mutuals sent me a really cool one of my Oomphies sent me a really cool water pond balance team with Latias. I think Latias, I feel bad because everyone hyped up Latias in the beginning, and I don't think
it's just okay.
She's alright.
I think it's another.
She's okay.
I think it's solid. It
You know,
got
right.
second at our most recent Trigado local. It's niche is the same as any Pokemon that is faster than Landorus that walls ground move.
Yep.
Like that's
and it walls.
Landorus is very impressive.
Yeah, it's
right
great
now.
for walling Lando Eye because if they Terra Poison, what Lando Eye runs Nasty Plot, ground move, and
I don't run Nasty Plot too
poison
much.
move,
It's sub usually.
Yeah, so
all of their
what are they gonna do?
Your bias of Nasty Plot comes from me because I've been running it. Most of them are sub over Nasty Plot.
Oh, really? I don't know. I like Nasty Plot, but my point is, like, you're not touching the Latias much.
Yeah, no, you can't. And if the Latias Terra is to like either steal or poison, you are just hard walled.
Yeah. And you're gonna Terra because like you lead Lando Eye Water Pond. Guess what? Latias walls all of that shit.
Yeah, my weirdest guy that I have faith in is probably Bronzong for the same reason, where it's
yeah.
Trick Room is good, Iron Defense is good, and Walling Landers is good. Bro can do all three of those, so like, yeah.
You also have Gyro Ball and the Flutter.
Yeah, Gyro Ball.
Gyro Ball and a Flutter, and also 4x Psychic Expanding Force Resist.
Did they give him
Yeah,
Expanding
Bronzong's
Force?
kind of real.
Oh, I don't know if he gets Expanding
It does
Force,
get
if he
it,
does,
but it
that's-
can't use it because it's a levitator.
Oh wait, so
Oh,
it needs to be touching the ground to do the I thought it would still turn into a spread move.
No. Funny enough, all of the Lake Trio now get Expanding Force as a level up move. But they're all
unfortunate.
levitators.
That's funny.
That's unfortunate.
Running Heat Proof Bronzong.
Yeah.
Now, Bronzong's the weirdest Pokemon because there's been so many times in all these formats where I've looked at it and went, like, this guy seems like he would be pretty good into, like, everything right now, and yet I see it nowhere. Maybe I need to be the Bronzong pioneer, but if I go down that slippery slope, I'll start using Spiritomb again, and I feel like that's, like, I need to stop coping. I need to stop coping about Spiritomb.
I like that we all have our own little, like, brainworm Pokemon that's just, like, always in the back of your head that's like...
And somehow my brainworm's
time?
the strongest.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know, because mine is, like, a fire type with Intimidate, so...
Baylynn, do
What
you
is
have a
it?
brainworm?
What?
What's your brainworm on?
Do you have a
My
brainworm
brain-
mon?
Any fire type with Intimidate, whether it be Arcanine or
Alright, well, you gotta.
Incineroar.
That's not even a brainworm mon. That's just like a normal mon. We're talking about bad mons.
My brainworm mon is Sneasler.
Real. Yeah, no, that I
Brainworm
should have
mon's
guessed
a
that.
Bitch.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh,
I've
what am I
actually-
talking about? Mine's Gothitelle. Are you kidding me? I try to build a Gothitelle team every format.
Yep.
But
It's so
it's either Sneasler or like Great Tusk.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's
You
fair.
did like Great Tusk a lot when the
I,
like I think it was rank 2.
I think it has
Rugby.
sauce, to be honest. Like I
agree.
I think it still has stuff. You can run it on like a. I was theory crafting a Murkiri like Walking Wake Great Tusk team. Like that doesn't seem
Ooh.
too bad.
I was thinking about Walking Wake with Murkrow, and then also like classic Murkrow Golden Go shenanigans. I mean,
Yeah.
Classic.
Murkrow's definitely the worst of the prankster Tailwind guys right now, but access to Haze, Sunny Day, and Tailwind, like those are the three things Walking Wake and Golden Go want. Or
Yeah, no,
Golden Go
that's-
doesn't want Sunny Day, but you know,
That is my
I'm
thoughts
so-
exactly.
handshake.
Like Draco Media, you want a haze?
You want
I got
Haze?
it. There you go. You're a little weak to Flutter Man, but you know, you
Yeah, Terrifier,
buy
easy.
it. Terrifier or something. I don't know.
I mean, just make
I
the
am
rest of the
so-
team a counter to Fluttermane.
Yeah.
I'm so incredibly glad that Golden Go didn't get power crept by Incineroar. So happy because the typing and the moves look doomed. I was like, damn, bro's hard walled. But then Make It Rain still does like 30, and I'm like, okay, bet.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, he's awesome.
I'm
Tailwind's in a good spot. Trick Room's in a good spot. Balance is in a good spot. Offense is on the decline. It's a format I'm a fan of, baby.
Well, offense isn't on the decline quite yet.
honk snore. You're a
It,
balanced
the offense.
player.
Okay, when I say offense is getting on the decline, I mean it's becoming bulkier offense.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's like currently Chimpao Ogerpon is like the way to go with that.
Do I have the team figure I need to show you later? It's like
And then when Chimpao Ogerpon, right? The next incentive Pokemon is a fire type. Entei is just like Dragonite but bulky. You know what I mean? It's like,
you're building my team right now. It's insane.
yeah, I mean this is most teams right now. I have been laddering a lot, and a lot of it is Chimpao Ogerpon water, fire type.
Yeah, I have
Mostly
Entei
Entei is huge.
is
I
like
that.
like Entei coming up like makes sense, but it's like I feel like it wasn't something that I expected to happen right away. You know what I mean?
I also agree with that. I was like, damn, okay, Entei, let's go.
Yeah.
Pop
But-
off.
Pop off.
Pop
Winning the
off,
first
king.
tournament.
Go off,
Pop
King,
off.
literally, yeah.
but I'm here for it.
He's such an inoffensive mon. Every time Entei does anything, I'm just like, let's go, Entei.
And
Yeah.
Entei was the GOAT of like, not the GOAT, but like he was super good in Series 10 VGC.
Yeah, I remember my I used AV Entei. I loved that mon. 50% burn chance is my shit.
I'm thinking of running like a Terra Fairy Terra Blast set, like sort of.
Yeah, just make it's banded Arcanine without the Intimidate, which sad no Intimidate, but it's still banded Arcanine.
But you don't get intimidated, so.
Yeah, you don't get intimidated.
So,
If you make that
I'm
set,
having
I will
thoughts.
help you test. Smile.
I'm
By help
having
you test, I mean
thoughts.
steal.
The team that I'm working with is looking a little weak to Lodia, so that might just be a cool thing I can pop out. Just like,
Oh, yeah.
what's good? Terra Blast Fairy. Guys.
I do dig that. That's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
and it's I like it especially more in like, yeah, I'm gonna say best of one, because like the player doesn't get to adapt yet to a version of Entei that they haven't played yet. They need that second game.
Well, no, you could still, with the right positioning, you can still use that.
Yeah, right. It's still gonna be good in a best of 3, but
Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is it excels in a best of 1 format, which
Yeah,
is what my
yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
locals are in. So like, I'm probably gonna
Oh,
take this
yeah.
team too. But it's an extreme speeder, and most of them are assault vest right now. So either set you end up with, bandit is good because it's a band, and then assault vest is like you're gonna end up beating the assault vest just because you do more damage than them because they're not running max attack. So that's really good in the meta. But assault vest Entei is an animal. I don't want to make it sound like I'm sleeping on that thing. Somebody at Portland, one of the casters, when they do like the predictions of what's gonna win,
The guy
instead of putting a Pokemon, they just straight up put the Assault Vest in the slot there. I was like, yeah, it's good.
I saw that. They're so real for that. That was so funny. I thought it was a bug because I remember seeing Water Gun Gyarados, and I was like, okay, they're having some technical issues today. But no, that's just hilarious and also very funny.
Yeah, and as much as I, didn't think this after my first local, Fluttermane is still on top. Fluttermane is absurd right now, just based on the fact that it specs that
it's cleanup crew.
Yeah, it's cleanup crew.
And it's like a wall breaker. You just open up or you clean up.
Yep.
Yeah. Either one. Yeah, she's queen. She'll do this shit forever.
She's so awesome with it. So crazy with it.
God, I just one-shot a Primarina in the rain with a water move.
We love
and, like for a little bit, I thought Speed Booster wasn't really that like viable after running it because I was like, damn, you just don't do damage, and the other Fluttermane does, and it's like, well, that sucks. But Speed Booster is currently picking up with Icy Wind next to Urshifu Dark is the other metagame trend I want to talk about.
Oh yeah,
that thing is coming. That thing's gonna be a problem, man.
I'm excited for him.
Frigoroth coming back. Oh, like Frigoroth like being good, like resisting Sucker Punch. Oh, I mean you did it before, but like you quad resist it now. I guess Sacred Sword on a GM power is a bit annoying, but like Urgopon Wellspring being everywhere, like Urgopon Wellspring being everywhere, like it's
literally like I want Shenpao Ogrepon on my team because this is what the metagame is currently telling me is the best Pokemon right now. Damn, I really wish I had Urshifu to be able to hit through Protect. Wait, there is another Urshifu.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait, huh?
It's like having two Urshifus on the team is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And Fluttermane with Speed Booster, Icy Wind is just like a natural partner for it just because like Breaking Sash, being able to throw off a giant Wicked Blow turn one is a crazy opener. That's just been a thing. That was a thing in a different format too. I forget if it was like Reg E or D, but that's been some shit. And it's still good, so that's cool.
Psychic Noise is a move I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Do it.
Best psychic move in the game.
Strongest soldier.
But psychic noise best psychic move in the game, dude.
Alright, you know that guy who said that to you guys?
No, but yeah, go on.
Alright, I didn't know who said it to you. But point is, they were right.
Yeah, no. Like you stop Iron Hands, you stop Leftovers Recover, you stop any kind of berry, like preventing a Pokemon.
You stop Regenerator if they switch out too early.
Yeah. Stopping Drain Punch is very, very good. I don't know.
So I used it at Portland because Araquanid hates Ogrepon Wellspring.
Oh yeah, you stop Hornleech. Huh?
You wall it.
Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even think about stopping Hornleech. What are you giggling about?
To the people in the VC, check out my paste that I just put.
Oh boy.
The team that I'm thinking of taking to Melbourne Regionals, which is in 3 weeks.
Melbourne Regionals gaming. Let's go. Yeah. I didn't know you're going to that. That's hype.
Yeah. No, this is literally what we were talking
about.
I don't like the name of this team, I will say. I don't enjoy it.
Why'd you name it Mpreg, dog? What?
Because
I can't say anything. I named a team Yat. So
they're
Skibidi Gat Rizzler, Ohio.
Oh no, wait, no, it's not even Torn Urshifu. That's the
it's Torn Ogrepon.
Yeah, Torn Ogrepon.
It's like the same shit.
Togepi.
Well, if it was Torn Urshifu, then that's the gay couple of VGC, just like how Chiyu Fluttermane is the lesbian couple.
The
Indeed,
doer,
Hatterene, but okay.
True.
The doer here is Entei and Urgopon. My headcanon is it's the Unknown movie.
Real.
My headcanon is I love my Entei matchup. I love taking friggin' 15% from Sacred Fire and not worrying about burn.
Oh yeah, because you have a whole Araquanid. It's fine.
Why is anybody clicking Sacred Fire into your ever?
They can't, because they can't click Extreme Speed.
Oh, because of the Farigiraf. Good point. Fair point.
Yeah, Araquanid's niche being walling into is pretty damn important right now.
Well, direct your eyes towards my Urgopon moves.
You have Power Whip.
Won't be an issue.
Yeah, Power Whip's gonna hit like a bitch.
I think you'll find the Psychic Noise is fully operational.
No, you can still get power whipped after you click Psychic Noise. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I
like
run
what
Leech
you're
Life.
saying about. I think Marcos is right that Araquanid's niche is like really strong right now because of Entei, but I also think that Ogerpon Entei as a lead is probably the most popular lead right now. Is that like cringe to say? I feel like that's
You're
correct.
Quinge. You're a little Quinge baby.
I love
Quinge
that that's
baby,
the
Quinge
case
baby.
because these are two Pokemon that I like. I like the Pokemon's design. I like how this Pokemon looks, and I like how they play. And that's a very small Venn diagram, and it makes me very happy.
Quinge ass nene
They're
baby.
Spadef beasts. It really Ogerpon Entei lead is meant to mitigate Specs Flutter from ripping through your team because like especially if you're an offensive team, you're gonna die to Specs Flutter, Terra Fairy, Moonblast on lead. But with Entei Ogerpon, now you're not because Ogerpon can Terra, get Spadef, live, kill back, or Entei just walls. So like that's sick.
Was it Chente players be like, I'm gonna kill you with extreme speed. Chientendes?
Yeah?
What?
Chientendes?
Yeah, I get it.
Michael, you get it, right?
My Spanish kind of rusty, bro.
Damn it, it means it's entiendes, which means do you understand?
Yeah.
I see.
Do you?
I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
I got
hate you
it!
guys.
I got it!
Do you understand?
Look, we
Like
opened up the
Joker.
episode with Dragon Ball. That's the most Mexican that you're gonna be able to feel today. I'm sorry.
It's like Jurger. Do you understand?
Do you understand?
Dude, I've been bumping the Jurger's Dangerous Adventure remake, like, and just the Jurger's Dangerous Adventure in general, like you know, that one like MAD, or it's like the Mario RPG
Oh,
song,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like the stuff from like Heritage from the Future.
Yeah. The new one that they made with what game was it? Was it All Star?
It's so they used the remade song from like the Mario RPG remake and footage from All Star Battle.
Mm-hmm. That shit's so cool. I love that.
So, question for the comment section is: I'm gonna send my goons to the ladder.
Oh, boy.
Y'all are my
Gooning.
goons.
Yay!
No, not goons like gooning. Goons like Pecharunt and
We
like
gooning.
the loyal three. You know what I mean?
He doesn't know what you mean, but move on.
Go my soldiers. Go my scarabs.
Yay, I'm a scarab.
Post in the comment section.
Gooning 24/7.
Post in the comment section. At me on Twitter with your teams. How are you beating Ogerpon, Wellspring, Entei, Chimpao teams?
What's your Ogerpon, Wellspring, and Entei Shenpao team opinion that's got you like this?
Yeah, literally.
Actually, for real, this will be
whatever the
useful for
next, yeah, whatever the next like metagame trend is going to be whatever beats those three.
Mm-hmm.
Is my opinion.
No, that's a
Damn.
valid one.
I'm sitting here thinking that I have like the team, and it's like what everyone else is running.
No, you're because
Right.
you came up with it still. Like that's still worth something. And if any, like,
Yeah.
it just proves that it's good. And I feel like
It's-
I hope at least that the meta's not gonna go into a situation where you're like, oh, I need to do something super different. I'm completely fine with there being like a cycle of common teams and this being one of them because I just like this team a lot. I like this comp.
I have a question.
Oh,
So,
So Michael is balanced brain. Baylynn is, I don't know, not hyper offense brain.
I like having
Tailwind
an
more than anything else.
I like not hyper offense, but like
Having a go mode.
I like having offensive guys. But
I'm sorry, I'm looking at your
also-
team. No, this is just HO.
I like having the back foot a little bit. I like having some bulky guys on my team. Like that's what the Entei and the Ergopon are supposed to be. Like, and for Growth, they're bulky.
Okay,
I don't
so
like
was-
like having like 6 guys with a frail and shit and just click buttons.
yeah.
That
Okay,
isn't-
so
that isn't
I
my
was
bird.
stall guy for like a year. What the hell is the Araquanid team I'm running? I don't know what we used to describe that.
I mean, I
Trick
feel
Room?
I
It isn't
Yeah.
hard Trick Room, right?
yeah, it's a trick room team.
No.
it's not hard
like
trick
more
room.
of a-
I
It's
have
not
like
hard,
a
though.
Bast mode too.
Yeah,
bulky offense is what I would
Tail
call it,
room.
because it's trick room
we
offense.
love tail room.
I don't have Tailwind.
Well, it's like a tail room team without.
Incineroar's
the
got a tail.
It's middle trick room. It's not hard. It's
Yeah.
like
It's Spider Room.
spider room.
Bulky offense doesn't get talked about in VGC as much as I think it should because it
Your
is
mom
an
doesn't
archetype
talk
that
about
just exists.
VGC.
Yeah.
The silence.
Continue talking.
No, I'm good.
Okay. But yeah,
No, I'm
you know what?
fucking kidding,
Okay, fair enough.
You know what? End of the podcast, I guess. Lamau.
Yeah, true. Yeah, damn.
No, but actually, what were you
We've been
saying?
going for a long time, though. We really should. Yeah.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
one shot a Dragonite I just one shot a Dragonite because they switched in their Chen Pao. This is absurd.
What
I love
the
doing that.
Okay. Well, Marcus has been playing Pokemon while we podcast, which is
Yeah, I'm practicing. I got so many tournaments coming up.
You do. You do have a shitload lined up. That is hype for you. Urshifu Dark, it's Snarl. Whoa. Okay, we need to end the podcast before.
Oh God, get out of there! Get out of the kitchen!
Goodbye, everybody.
No.
Say thank you to the patrons.
Yeah, we need to say thank you to the patrons.
yeah. Thank you for the.
Dondozo didn't win. Thank God. But shout out to our Sneeps.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Crazy Carlton, Shrev, Alton Allen, Illy Cordelli, Gibbs McGibbs, Plumber, and Ryan and Upsmash for subscribing, as well as everybody else.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. We really need to get on to, like, Patreon.
Yeah,
stuff, guys.
we should
Pecharunt free for all.
Pecharunt.
funny.
God, that sounds awful.
We need to organize a time where we do FFA. Or
True,
something.
true. We'll
yeah.
do it. We'll
Or
do
raid
it. Pinky
stuff.
promise. Yeah, we got raid stuff. We got team building stuff. We got plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah. All right. Have yourselves good day.
A
gamers.
merry little Christmas.
And a happy new year. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.